Okay, so this is gonna be a short tutorial on um, exporting your Premiere Pro file, your project, as a movie. So basically, first thing we do is make sure all the audio is turned on. Like when I had my demo today, and when I was trying to output the video to show to the class, I had a couple of my audio tracks muted. M is for mute, right? And you know, I was looking like I was looking more around here where I couldn't see this section, so I wasn't aware that I had it off. I was doing some basic other stuff going on regarding these tracks. Anyway, so make sure all your audio tracks, their audio mute is set to on so that you could hear everything. So none of these should be checked on. And also any of these over here shouldn't be checked off either. So make sure everything is clean. Um, and then, so if everything is fine, first thing we do is we go to the beginning and we're gonna press I for your in point. And then we're gonna stretch this out. And then we're gonna go towards your end, right? Which is, you can hold on shift and just snap right there. Hold on shift and it'll snap it in place when you move your mouse cursor. So when you reach the end point, just press O, and this tell us when to start, when to end. So I'm just gonna scroll back and just press space bar. Alright, so there's a little bit of lag during the real-time play, and just gotta deal with it. So after you set your in point and out point, we're just gonna go to File and Export, and then Media. And if this doesn't pop up automatically, right? Sometimes it'll end up where like today, for some reason when I press export, it did not just automatically pop up. Maybe it was a lag or something, I don't know. Just make sure to just go to over here where it says export, and here we are. And you give it a file name, like your name underscore pixilation, right? So that preset, and just leave it as custom. But then again, this one is good too, adaptive high rate. But yeah, you could just leave it as custom. I'm wondering what was the default setting, right? Because I had kind of dialed this in, so I forgot what the default setting is. But regardless, if anything, choose custom H.264, or let me see this over here too. Adaptive high bit rate. Yeah, that seems right. Or let me crack that open. I'm just gonna leave it as custom. But the important thing is your format H.264, and then turn on render at maximum depth, use maximum render quality, right? Those two, and you could just leave it as software encoding. Hardware encoding is right. So certain Intel processors, CPU processors have a miniature little graphics card or graphics chip built into it, which will allow for hardware accelerated processing for rendering video codecs. So all that technical babble basically means your computer may or may not have that ability, depending on if you have an Intel chip, and if that Intel chip is one of those more specialized Intel chips. Yeah, but it'll tell you that it won't you that it's not possible if your chip does not have the capability, right? So you know, yeah. So for now, it's just software encoding, and then scroll down. Bitrate. Bitrate. Um, I typically go with a VBR 2 pass, right? And bitrate is basically where. So regarding the bitrate, um, it's just a lot of technical babble where the best explanation, right? I'm gonna just bring it over, right? Okay. So this is the Verge, and best way to describe about bitrate is where bitrate is often used to describe how much data is used to transfer each second of video. So for example, if you upload it to say like YouTube, right, and all your information, your video is uploaded to YouTube servers, right, and then it's held there, um, and then a viewer presses play, it streams the content, right, over the internet, and that is, I believe, what the bit rate kicks in, right? This terminology. So how much data of your video is used to transfer each second of video, from the source to the viewer's house, and over the internet. So it usually says like what, 8 megabytes or 6 megabytes per second. Um, but but the thing is that okay, so if you have like in my video project, I don't have a lot of colors, right? But if you have a lot of colors, a lot of like dynamic action, and for example, a super fancy demo reel, right? And if you set your bitrate to say 8, right? 8 megabytes per second, which is what? Uh, 8 megabytes per second. It's 8,000 kilobytes per second, right? So that'll basically make your video look like kind of garbage, because I know, because I've done it. I don't know. I just make it like, say, minimum like 16, right, for both, and then I'll go up to say like 20, okay, and you'll notice down here the file size gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So let's say you put down bit rate, megabytes per second, say like, I don't know, 60, it goes up to 86. So the higher the bit rate, megabytes per second, for example, YouTube says for like 4K and 2K size videos, they recommend higher and higher bit rate. But for us, between 16 and 20, yeah. But if you want to, say, in the future make a nice demo reel, I'd say 20 megabytes and up. Like you'll see the difference. Yeah, you'll definitely see the difference, in my opinion. Like, I notice it. And it also depends on where you upload it to, and what bit rate that they offer, yeah. Like my video service where I upload my videos, they offer higher bit rate than YouTube, so my videos are much more richer than when I upload it onto comparing to YouTube. My service, from my website, is better quality, and that's why I put, say, 20 megabytes and higher, right? Anyway, whatever. So minimum 1616. Yeah, and also you could also do CBR, right? And the file size seems to be about the same, and the quality seems to be about the same. So there's a whole little world regarding bit rate, you know, like there's a whole like a master class on this kind of stuff. But I'm just trying to share what I know, you know, and hopefully it'll be some helpful. So I'd say, me personally, don't go lower than 16, regardless of what YouTube says or whatever. Yeah. So that, and then you just you know, your location, right? You name it. Make sure it's H.264, and you hit export, and it's gonna be processing. Okay, I'm just gonna cancel. I don't wanna I don't want it to kind of mess up my video recording. There's a chance that it could do that if I have multiple things processing at the same time. All right, so that was what, 11 minutes. Yeah, so overall, your beginning point, press I. Your end point, press O. Make sure all your audio tracks are on. None of it should be like green. You know, that's what got me today. And then, yeah, you should be good. Go to File, Export, Media. And then later on, you're probably going to have to end up knowing Adobe Media Encoder. I personally use Media Encoder more, you know. Anyway, so one last thing, you know, if anyone is watching this, export media, right? Remember I talked about that. So H.264 is a codec, right? Where these are all different codecs where it compresses and processes the content, and so it can package and deliver it, you know. And these are all different styles, not styles but types. Like H.264 is the most used one, universally accepted, right? Then you have AVI uncompressed, and QuickTime. QuickTime from is basically, it's no compression. Compression is basically where it'll try to compress it. You lose some quality in terms of the colors and other visual fidelity stuff, right? But QuickTime will not lose any quality at all. But the size is massive, and that's for like your master file, you know, to save as a your keepsake, you know, uncompressed and just pristine and clean, to just to keep on making videos off of that. So that's the one last thing I need to share. That it wouldn't be right not to talk about the QuickTime format as well for uncompressed master file. So you have your master file and your compressed file, which is your H.264. Yeah, and that's pretty much everything. All right, bye.